Hey guys, today I am back with my Lana stands to do another Lana reaction. We have been through the Born to Die era. We reacted to the Born to Die album and those music videos and bonus tracks. And then my last Lana video was the Paradise EP. And today we are going to be closing out the Paradise EP era with the music videos, or music video and short film. I'm going to be watching the Ride music video, which looks like it's 10 minutes long, which has me very, very curious. There's got to be a story being told here. And then, of course, we have the Tropico short film, which includes 3 songs within it. I can't remember which 3 are in it. I think one of them is Gods and Monsters. I guess I'll find out. A little update about my thoughts since I listened to the Paradise EP. I saw that I apparently made my first somewhat controversial opinion about not being in love with American. I will say that that song has been stuck in my head more than others. The Paradise EP as a whole, I've been like so stuck in Born to Die since I listened to it. Like, I love that album, and I do find myself gravitating to wanting to listen to Born to Die over the Paradise EP as of right now. Maybe it's because I listened to them both pretty close together and I'm still like fathoming Born to Die. Like, I didn't get much time with it before I moved on to Paradise EP, so it's like my brain isn't ready to go to Paradise EP yet, even though there are lots of songs on it that I really like. And then also, you guys let me know that Blue Velvet is a cover, and I still love that. I love her cover. It's beautiful, and I would still put it as my #1 favorite song on the Paradise EP. However, at the same time, I have found myself not wanting to listen to it as much. Do you ever have songs like that where it's like you love the song, but like you don't listen to it? I don't know how to explain that. Whereas Gods and Monsters is actually another one that really rose for me. I remember being really depressed by it when I first listened to it and being like, oh, I don't know if I can listen to this because it's like so depressing in a way that that really hurts to listen to for me, but it hasn't stopped me. I've been really enjoying Gods and Monsters. Yayo, I found out means cocaine. Thank you for that. I'm still like figuring out where I fit in with the Paradise EP while I've been still loving Born to Die album. Just giving you some honesty here about the way that it's kind of like rearranging itself within my life. I'm really excited though to see these songs be put into a story. That's what I imagine is going to happen with this Ride music video. Ride, so good, so good. And the Tropico short film. I'm just very curious to see what kind of context it adds to the songs, and I'm curious to see if it affects how I listen to them or affects my enjoyment of them. So yeah, I am excited to watch these 2 videos today. As always, my full reactions to these music videos and this short film are available over on my Patreon, which is linked below. But if you would rather watch my edited reaction here on YouTube, let's get into it. Bold statements. Actually, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to stop the masterpiece. This is already beautiful, but I want to make sure. Can I have captions, please? Captions? There's no captions. Subtitles unavailable. Okay, it's okay. I'll make do. Love her hair curly like that. A tire swing just screams Lana, and I'm not sure why, but I just understand the freedom you feel on a tire swing.
I was in the winter of my life. 3 years down the line of being on an endless world tour, and my memories of them were the only things that sustained me, and my only real happy times. But upon an unfortunate series of events, saw those dreams dashed and divided like a million stars in the night sky. It takes getting everything you ever wanted, and then losing it, to know what true freedom is. No moral compass pointing due north. No fixed personality, because I was born to be the other woman. Who belonged to no one, who belonged to everyone.
Wow. That was 3 minutes and 30. That's 3 minutes and 30 seconds is the length of a song. And I sat here listening to her just talk. That was poetry. That was poetry for sure. It felt more like a monologue than poetry. It felt like a poetic monologue. I would say. She said, I belonged to no one who belonged to everyone. It makes me think, because she didn't say, I belonged to no one and belonged to everyone, which is a statement in itself that could be deconstructed in a couple different ways. But she said, I belonged to no one who belonged to everyone. It's like, because you're no one, and for anyone can stake a claim on you because you're nothing. That's a dark thing to say. What does no one represent when she says that? No one who belongs to everyone. What is no one? Why does it belong to everyone, and how did she fit into that? For something to not belong to anyone counteracts itself in also being able to belong to everyone because it's not real. I think I'm talking in riddles right now, and I don't know if it makes sense. It's a little late at night for me right now, and this monologue has me tripped up. This whole beginning, this whole first 3 minutes and 30 seconds just does a great job at setting up the fact that she is free. She is a free spirit. That is the best way that you can put it. Her mentioning that her mom said that she has no moral compass pointing north or something like that. She has no plan. She's never had a plan. She's never had a destination. She has always been comfortable in living in the now and being unsure about what the next step is for her that she's going to take. But then she counteracted that idea by then saying, I would be lying if I hadn't planned all of this. So it's like, even though she's saying that everything she does is for the sake of freedom and feeling free and feeling alive, is also at the same time managed to make these very real goals in life and reached them while being able to at the same time live in the moment. That's what I am gathering from it. I mean, you can gather a lot of things from this, right? There's a lot to be said about these first 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but those are the things that stood out to me.
I've been out on that open road. You can be my full-time daddy while I'm gone. Don't break me down. I've been traveling too long. Just ride.
So obviously she's using the just ride metaphor to show off riding with this biker gang in this video. That's the visuals we're getting paired with those lyrics. And it was in Off to the Races, my old man is a tough man. And I was like thrown off by her use of saying old man to describe a lover. And then someone in the comments, or multiple people, I don't know, they were saying that calling someone your old man is a common phrase to use for your partner in biker culture. So it's just like sticking out to me that she's used the biker metaphor here in this video, and it was maybe mentioned and thematically woven into some other music of hers. So my question basically that I want to ask is, does she have like legitimate experience with like being in a biker gang? Because that's so interesting.
That's the way the road dogs do it, light till dark. Don't turn around. Leave me high and dry.
Her having this bow in her hair and like getting her hair brushed. I don't know, it's giving Lolita, is it not? It's giving Lolita. I love a gas station as a aesthetic. Oh my god. We gonna get more monologue? Or just the strings? Was that the full 10 minutes? Wow. Oh
Every
no.
night I used to pray that I'd find my people. We had nothing to lose, nothing to gain, nothing we desired anymore, except to make our lives into a work of art. Live fast. Die young. Be wild. I believe in the country America used to be. I believe in the person I want to become. I believe in the kindness of strangers. And when I'm at war with myself, I ride. I just ride.
That gives such a different meaning to me on what she means by just ride. Like in the way that she just said it there, like whenever she's at war with herself, she just rides. I feel like what's insinuated there is that she just rolls with it. She just lets everything happen and she lets it all out. She finds her people and she lives in the moment and she just allows her emotions to run free. Yeah, like just ride it out. Like ride out the war within yourself. That's kind of how that lyric or that part of the monologue makes me feel. Also, her mentioning that she relies on the kindness of strangers is definitely a callback to a song, but I don't have all the lyrics straight in my head about which lyrics go to which songs, but I feel like there was definitely a song where she talks about relying on the kindness of strangers. Was it Carmen? Or This Is What Makes Us Girls? I'm not sure. And then there was another thing that she mentioned in this monologue, that there's a lot of this monologue is referencing other songs, and it's like they're on the tip of my tongue, and I feel like I can't fully appreciate this monologue until the past songs really have sat with me for a while and I can compartmentalize better. But also her, well, there's another thing I noticed, and that's a callback to a lyric that I will mention when I finish this.
Are you in touch with all of your darkest fantasies? Have you created a life for yourself where you can experience them? I have. I am fucking crazy. But I am free.
Oh my god! I did not realize... I knew this song because of that TikTok trend where it was like, I am fucking crazy, but I am free. And that sound bite was on TikTok, and I thought it was just like a random voice over this song, because then when I heard the song I was like, oh, I know this from that sound bite on TikTok, but now she said that line. Yeah, wow. I really think that, wow, that changed my brain chemistry as far as the song goes. I'm fucking crazy, but I am free, because she allows her emotions to ride out when she is at war with herself. That part is a lot to say. I had to look it up, but there's also like a reoccurring visual in this music video where she is wrapped up in the American flag, and that is referencing Cola, where she says, I wake up in the American flag. I don't know, I think there's probably so much in this music video visually and within the monologue that calls back to previous songs, either on the Paradise EP or even Born to Die, which is really exciting for me to see because it makes me more excited going forward with music videos. I've said to you guys before, I'm not the biggest music video person, to be completely honest. Like, I'm doing this because you guys are saying you need to watch this, and I trust that. But what does make me excited about this music video is all of those Easter eggs containing like little nods to previous work, and I hope that if that's already happening in this video, that it's something that continues to happen in her music videos going forward, because obviously so much more can happen can like be played with in music videos as she gets more and more songs and albums under her belt. It was very aesthetically pleasing. It was very gritty, like visually. I love that I feel like this has happened in other videos where she's like always singing on stage in the song, but it's cut with other her wearing white as she sings turns into a red dress at night. Sometimes it's fun to me to look up color schemes. I like when colors are played with, and this video has a very distinct... I didn't even realize that she was wearing two different outfits in the singing scenes. This is a music video that I think needs a couple watches to pick up on everything being shown visually. Interestingly, even though she talks about these toxic men all the time in her songs, in this video, she is praising the people that she has met, and all of these guys and all of these intimate scenes with her are so gentle and kind and careful with her, like she's this fragile little thing. I love the idea of starting and ending with a monologue. I wish that was a more common thing to get more context around a song. That was Ride. Let's move on to the Tropico short film.
And the spirit of John moved upon the face of the waters. And John said, let there be light. And John saw that it was good.
We're going full Bible mode. Wait, I need to see. Please let me have subtitles unavailable on this one too. What is this about? But when it comes to music and movies, I prefer to have subtitles on because otherwise I get like I get lost in it all. Like I need something to guide me. That's why I always have the lyrics up when I'm listening to music and reacting. Oh God. Okay. It's okay though. It's okay. I can do this. Dear John, forgive us our sins. Elvis? Is that John? What, John the Westerner? What's his last name? I wanted to say John Wayne Gacy, but that's the serial killer. That's why I'm thinking John Wayne Gacy, because it's John Wayne. He is the Westerner. Okay. Just John Wayne, not the Gacy. I think that's who we're referencing here. Adam and Eve? Oh my God. We got... And she is kind of like Virgin Mary vibes with the thing over her head.
Now, if you want to be tough cowboys, I don't want to hear you crying. I don't want to hear you belly aching. You got to get on that horse and ride. Don't be afraid.
Ride.
Wear
Just
your boots
ride.
up high, your pants low.
Strength is
your
a
hat
part of
in a
nature.
good way.
I go along with nature.
Amen.
Don't forget, to write to your mama.
You know, it's interesting to me that obviously it's really cool to see that, because in, I don't know which song was it, Gods and Monsters, she talked about like Elvis, Marilyn, and Jesus all hanging out or something like that. Something like that was mentioned at some point, so it's cool to like get that visual, because it's such a fun visual. But also what's interesting to me, and I don't know if I'm already reading too much into it, is the fact that they were all there, and this is the Garden of Eden, and they are all talking and existing at the same time, but not really cohesively with each other. Like they all seemed to be in their own world within it and weren't paying attention to each other. I don't know. It was a little chaotic, and I wonder if that has meaning.
We get down every Friday night. Women is my daddy, Monica's my mother, diamonds are my bestest friend.
The notorious snake.
Diamonds my baby. We get down every Friday
The apple.
dancing
Oh,
and grinding in the pale moonlight. Sing that body electric. I'm on fire. Sing that body electric. Mary swaying softly to a heart steal.
What's gonna happen with the apple?
I sing the body electric, baby. I sing the body electric, baby. I sing the body electric, baby.
Hello?
They will not let me off till I go with them, respond to them,
Man, you've got to be crazy.
and discorrupt them, and charge them full with the charge of the soul.
Charge them full with the charge of the soul.
Womanhood, and all that is a woman, and the man that comes from woman. The voice, articulation,
The Coca-Cola.
food, drink, pulse, digestion, sweat, sleep. The continual change of the flex of the mouth. And around the eyes. The curious sympathy one feels when feeling with the hand the naked meat of the body. Beauty of the waist, and thence of the hips, and thence downward towards the knee. The exquisite realization of health. Oh, I say, these are not the parts and poems of the body only, but of the soul. Oh, I say now, these are the soul.
Okay, American Horror Story. It's a lot to wrap your brain around, isn't it? This body electric portion, we're in the Garden of Eden, right? It's all very sensual but beautiful. And then when we have that taste of the apple and Adam follows suit, we follow them into this universe where it feels like they've been thrown into after eating that temptation. It's showing a standardly sinful universe. It's interesting to me that I feel like you can see like their eyes have deadened in this part after they moved on from the Garden of Eden and were dropped onto this greasy earth. And yet the monologue that she's giving us is about the beauty of the body, how the body is the soul. And she had a line about feeling sympathy through touch. it kind of felt like the indulgences that were being had in the Garden of Eden were also being had in this other juxtaposed world that she's giving us, except there's this narrative over the new world that makes it feel wrong, whereas in the Garden of Eden, it looked poetic. We'll move on and see where the next chapter of the story takes us.
In the land of gods and monsters, I was an angel, living in the garden of evil.
It's cool too that she's now going into gods and monsters here and talking about the Garden of Evil when we were just seeing the Garden of Eden. Like, that's just a cool little thing to use as a transition, like the way that that's a lyric right at the beginning of this next song.
Put your hands on my waist, do it softly. Me and God, we don't get along, so now I see.
Also, this lyric now of her singing, "Put your hands on my waist, do it softly," when in the previous monologue that was transitioning us into this song was talking about how the body is the soul and how she thinks it should be handled with sympathy and even compassion. That's kind of what I was getting from that monologue. Now this lyric, "Put your hand on my waist, do it softly," it has a double meaning now after hearing that monologue where she is saying, be delicate with me and be delicate with my soul and my emotions. My body is my soul. Be delicate with my body. Be delicate with my soul. Which also actually ties back into her song Ride, does it not? It ties back into it, right? There's a lyric. I gotta look it up really quick. There's not a specific lyric, but it's more the vibe of the song that it ties back into for me, where she's the part where she says, "Don't break me down. I've been trying too hard," and where she says, "Don't leave me now. Don't say goodbye." It's just that type of vulnerability is also something that I associate with this lyric here.
No one's gonna take my soul away.
Oh my God. No one's gonna take my soul away. Are you kidding? These monologues are adding so much for me. I'm sorry, I'm focusing so much on the monologues and like not the visuals. I'm sorry, but that's just where my mind is going. Her talking about the body as her soul and then saying no one's going to take my soul away is also now having that double meaning of no one's going to take my body away from me and owning her sexuality. It's all blending together. It's late at night, you guys. I can't remember if it was in this video or in the Ride video, but she had a monologue where she was talking about giving in to your darkest fantasies, feeling that freedom of being able to be comfortable with that. That's another thing where it's like she's owning those fantasies as her own rather than creating them for others. She says, no one's going to take my soul away from me. No one's going to take my body away from me. My body is my own. I am free and unashamed.
This is heaven, what I truly want.
Enjoying the apple. So symbolic for where they're at right now. Giving into temptation. I'm just very curious too about what this story holds still, because giving into temptation, there's a level of allowing yourself to give into temptation that I think is healthy. Indulging in what you enjoy is not a bad thing, but then also it's very, very easy to overindulge. And I wonder where this story is going to take us, because right now they are in the thick of indulgence, and she could either go on with the messaging and create the message to say, but don't overindulge, or the message is going to be, just do what you want.
Like a groupie incognito posing as a real singer. Life imitates art. No one's gonna take my soul away. I'm living like Jim Morrison.
Also, this is just another thing. When she says, no one's going to take my soul away, I feel like she's saying that not with confidence that no one's going to try, but with the confidence that she would never allow someone to, no matter what type of upper hand they think that they have.
Fuck yeah, give it to me. This is heaven, what I truly want. It's innocence lost.
This is also just the perfect song to follow up with the Innocence Lost theme after having bitten the apple in the Garden of Eden.
It's innocence lost.
Hold on. Where did that snake come from? That snake was in the Garden of Eden. It followed us into this world.
Innocence lost.
You know it's not gonna always be this way, right?
Yeah. Okay, see, because like they showed like them overindulging here, I think, but they also show them stress. Well, they seem to really harp on the fact that he's stressing. She's trying to keep up a strong face here, which that's another lyric in the EP, I believe, where she says like she acts like she's fine, but she's not. So it's interesting that the characters they're playing are reflecting that as well, where the guy, you can visually see him having a harder time, whereas she seems to put up a better front. But okay, now he's saying this is not how it's always going to be. So I think we're going to be leading into Bel Air from here, which I believe is about her deciding to go to California and start her journey there. I wonder if California will be the destination, though, in this story.
Just remember, I'm always there for you.
Huh. So John Wayne is playing God in this music video, right? That's so interesting that he randomly just was like, hey, just remember, I'm always there for you.
I thought I'd bring somebody here tonight that Jack could jack off to.
Almighty, bring my temperature rising.
Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo and the machinery of night, who poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats, floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz, who ate fire in paint hotels or drank turpentine in Paradise Alley, death or purgatoried their torsos night after night. From being created in his likeness to being banished for wanting to be too much like him, we were cast out into the Garden of Evil. Los Angeles, the city of angels, a land of gods and monsters. But on some summer nights, it could feel like paradise. Paradise lost.
So yeah, we're gonna go into Bel Air, literally in Bel Air. I like that she really confirmed here that the land of gods and monsters, the Garden of Evil, is Los Angeles, not just Earth in general, although I think that you could also apply it to just the world in general. But to her, and in this story that she's telling, she's talking specifically of Los Angeles. And I like that confirmation. She said she also called Los Angeles a paradise, but then followed it up immediately by calling it Paradise Lost. I think that just adds to the mirage that she's viewing Los Angeles as, like it looks like paradise, but then you realize as the rose-tinted glasses come off that it's actually Paradise Lost. It's a paradise that never was, but always appeared to be.
Have you heard of Bob White calling in the Carolina Pines? Hear the bellow of a diesel down the Appalachia mines? Have you seen a snowflake drifting in the Rockies way up high? Or see the sun come blazing down from a bright Nevada sky? You ask me why I love her? I got a million reasons why. It's my beautiful America beneath God's wide sky.
Okay. So now that was a little piece of paradise for us. This feels like it, at least. Oh, this is so interesting. Are they gonna... Because she's throwing their possessions. Oh my gosh, and we got a full-on... What is that called? Baptism. And she was throwing all of their possessions out of the car. We're back in the white. We're looking all very innocent now again. And purging themselves of what this previous chapter was, it seems. This song is so beautiful. This is actually another one that's grown on me.
Moses, Bella, take me there. I've been waiting to meet you. That baby, you've got a flair.
The flair of the song.
The violinist kind of love anywhere out there. You're divine.
Divine. I didn't really think about her choosing that word specifically, but then in the context of this like religious story that's being told, calling him divine and Bel Air divine just feels that much more meaningful.
Darling,
These visuals are also making me... So when I was listening to the song, Bel Air, she's singing to Bel Air, right? I've been waiting to meet you. And it feels very straightforward in the lyrics when you are just listening to the song, that she's just talking about the town and about Los Angeles and about Bel Air. But when you pair those lyrics with these visuals and she's singing to this man, it feels like when she's talking about I've been waiting to meet you, after we've seen this whole journey they've been on of where they started, where they ended up, and where they are now. It feels like that line, I've been waiting to meet you, holds much more weight in terms of I've been waiting to meet the new you. I've been waiting to meet the new us. And so now it's making me wonder if Bel Air, she clearly had this idea of like the perfect American dream associated with Los Angeles before she went there. And I think now that lyric means more about I've been waiting to meet you is about she's been waiting to meet the new her that she thinks she could be in California.
We've made a wall with your brilliant directions. Bella, sunshine, can you fake the side of mine? Come to me, baby.
Are they flying? Okay. Connected like that through all those filters. Oh, that's the end? Wait, what's all this? Oh wow, I guess it's a short film. It's got proper credits. Hold on, I want to look back at... That is so... like the changing filters over that type of embrace. What do we take from this? They rose again, you know, floating. They seem content. After this journey that they've been on, they're finally content and they're with each other. It's interesting, we don't see like the look around them. This is not beautiful. The visuals aren't giving paradise and palm trees and beauty. The beauty of this shot is their embrace together here. Wow, that was a journey. Oh my goodness. You guys, I stopped the video along the way, so I don't have too much to say here in the end, because I think I've said what I've wanted to as it went. But I just do want to say that I really, really need all of you Lana experts who have gotten the chance to watch this short film and have it sit with you and maybe watch it more than once. Please tell me what you take from this short film. Thematically, I'm a big themes girly, so any themes that you would like to point out to me that of course I'm not going to catch on a first watch. Yeah, just anything about the story being told, anything that you picked up on, I would please, please, please love for you to share your knowledge with me, because this was definitely very intriguing to watch. Body Electric, like when I listened to that, my brain has changed its way of how I listen to Body Electric, I think, going forward after it being paired with visuals like this, because Body Electric just felt like a self-confidence song. It felt like very sensual. It felt like my music and my voice can make you feel electric. But with those Garden of Eden visuals, it felt so much more... It puts more innocence into the thought of being able to make someone's body electric, make that body electric. It puts this innocence on it that is very interesting to me. Before we drop down into Gods and Monsters, and her monologue about her twisting the body and soul into one, which also, can we just talk about body and soul? I love you, body and soul. Like, I'm with you, body and soul. Like, that is also a common phrase that she has managed to not, I think, say at all in this video, even though the body and the soul are a major theme of this entire short film. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm babbling, but Body Electric, I think, is the song that has changed the most in my mind because of the visuals, and the other ones just fit the song perfectly into what I already imagined. Next time I see my little Lana stands, my Lana cult, it's gonna be for Ultraviolence, which I've seen people comment that I'm apparently not ready for. I will see you guys next time.